We can put a bet on it now.
People been calling me Tyron my whole life, so it's all good.
It's all
I was gonna say there's got to be some people that read it that automatically want to put you in that lane, and you be like, nah, bro, it's something else.
Yeah, no, absolutely. They start automatically singing Erykah Badu to me. So yeah.
So man, well, we are recording. This is Michael Beasley. Ash is here, Cam's here. It's episode 10 of Beasley Jones Podcast Reloaded. We have a guest with us tonight, all the way from, I'm assuming, Harlem, New York City. I'm guessing Spanish Harlem with the name.
Shout out to 145th and Lenox.
We have Tyron.
Yeah, about that way, 143rd. I mean, I'm in the Bronx now, but like I spent most of my life in Harlem, though. Born and raised in Harlem.
Well, shout out to the BX. Yeah, we both from Cam and I are from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Originally, yeah. So peace, man. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate the time. Let's get right into it. What do you do? Why are you here? Give us a quick little background on yourself.
Yeah, I mean, well, shout out to Kiana for reaching out and connecting the dots.
Thanks.
But over like the last 5 years, like people know me for the Tea and Converse podcast. Essentially, I just sit down with different folks who I feel like push the genre of rap music and the hip hop culture forward. So that's pretty much what I've been doing for like the last 5 years, but that's morphed into a lot of different other things. So, you know, I forwarded you guys the Mutant Academy audio doc.
Which was great, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. And then, you know, kind of like this new thing I'm doing, well, it's not like artist management, but kind of like helping get this new record label off the ground type situation called Team Colors. So just trying to get my hand in a lot of different things, just to kind of for the betterment of the genre.
Word. Yeah, that was kind of the sense that I got, but I just wasn't all the way certain as to what your passion was. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, I'm just a nigga with ideas, man. And like as of late, probably like over the last 5 years, I've been implementing those ideas because for a long time, I didn't have a connect to the industry or a way to get into the industry or even want to like work with like a major conglomerate or anything like that. I never had those desires. So it was just a matter of me having these ideas and just trying to figure out a way to work around the system to get them out there. So
when did you come up with this idea for the hip hop, the trading cards?
Oh yeah.
I want one. I'm about to go back on the site.
Those are really interesting. Yeah, and I like those. Yeah, I like those a lot. Actually, I would like to see more of those. I'm sure you have a bunch more on the way, but yeah, how did that idea come about?
Yeah, I mean, you know, just a kid growing up with trading cards and shit, collecting basketball cards, a little bit of baseball. But you know what I mean? I was just like, damn, we have all of these people, and just like I just felt like we needed more representation or a different look, like than just the regular way that we go about things. So I was just like, damn, this would be ill if I had like a companion component to the podcast. And so the Buffalo Pack with Griselda, West Side Gun, and all of those guys, that was more like a zine. So I put quotes from the actual interviews that I did with them on the back of those cards, so it read more like a zine. That was it. And then out here, like we have a lot of art book fairs and zine fairs and shit like that. So it was just like a continuation of that kind of idea, like a off kilter kind of presentation to present an idea. So yeah, it's kind of played into that culture that we have out here.
That's dope. No, I like that. It's rare that you truly see like outside the box thinking, and I think that's one of those instances. I fuck with them joints for sure.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
I got an out the box question.
What's up?
Yo, do you ever
think before you get into it though?
Yeah, this episode. Go to medium.com.
Bless. Now I'm kind of gassed right now. Hold up. New shit coming soon, people. Yo, you ever thought about doing voiceover work?
Yo, that's funny you say that, bro. Like my homeboy who does the artwork on the card, my man Tony Coppin, shout out to him. He does all like any visual thing that you've ever seen from me. Like he's the person who's responsible for like illustrating it. But he always says that But in all actuality, I actually hate my voice. So I never really was like, yeah, that shit makes me cringe, man.
Nah, man, that audio doc, which is amazing, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
It sound like what's that one podcast? It's like a murder mystery thing. What the fuck is it called?
Oh, the serial shit.
Yeah, it's like that's the vibe.
That kind of vibe, yeah, like them.
Right.
Insert in the audio files and everything. You should look into it more.
Yeah.
All right. Nah, you're like the second person to tell me that, so I might. But I never really felt that way about my shit. That's actually one of the reasons why like Tea and Converse stopped being a weekly thing. I mean, there were other reasons, but like the idea of going back and editing and listening to my voice over and over again is just like I didn't like that shit.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody likes their voice. I hate when we do clips and then you guys put it on Instagram and everything. I hate hearing my voice. I'm like, yo, why do I sound like that?
Yeah.
But I mean, I get that's how it sounds.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, man. I'll definitely might look into that, man, because I've heard that before. So yeah, Tony has been on my ass about that. So
yeah, it's not good, man, because that's a whole lane. That's a whole lane.
But yo, also those swim trunks go crazy too, though.
Blessings, yo. They moving fast, people. They moving fast.
I'm about to cop, man. I don't go to the beach that often. Like I go to the beach like once every 6 years or some shit.
Yeah, shouts out to you. We gonna be really good friends.
A brother in arms right here, man.
Yeah, you know I don't really like the beach either, bro. But you know.
Yeah, I'm not with it, man. Yeah.
It's garbage. Oh yeah. Also, real quick, Beasley.
Yeah.
You can hurt yourself by running on the fucking beach because I had to go look it up. You can absolutely hurt yourself.
You went and looked that up.
Yeah.
You went and used your good Wi-Fi to go and look that up.
I hurt myself on the beach. That's what you typed into Google?
No, I said, is running on the beach good for you? Question mark. And they were like, no.
I never said it was good for you. Shit. You stretched it. You really stretched it.
From somebody who used to practice running on the beach. Like, yeah, it was fine.
It's not good for you. You ran right there at the water?
No.
But if you like just on the sand, that's hyperextension
away from the water.
That's a hyperextension in your leg. You might hurt yourself. Don't do that. Stay off the beach, people.
Sure, stay off the beach. That's a Cam quote. Cam quote. All right, man. Let's move along, man. Tyron, man. The camp clicks, units,
squads, crews, and clans. Yeah, it's a lot to say for me too, man. It's a lot to say for me too,
man. Let's get into that, man.
Right.
In case we and people weren't really following what we were talking about when we were talking about this audio documentary that you put together.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So the name of it, De La Soul had this album called Grind Date, and they have a song called Rock Cocaine Flow with MF Doom on it. And one of them says, camps, cliques, units, squads, crews, and clans, something, whatever. I don't remember the exact lyric right now, but I just always held on to that. And I'm kind of infatuated with like crews and rap music or whatever, because rap music is seen as a genre of like they pretend like black people don't get along or black males don't get along with each other, but we see it day in and day out. Like we see the Brotherhoods, we see the Wu-Tangs, we see the Dipsets, we see Mutant Academy, you know what I mean? So I kind of wanted to highlight that and just kind of spotlight different crews. So Mutant Academy was the first one. And it's an idea that I've been playing with for a long time because, like, you know, I mentioned the Griselda interviews before. Like, I did Conway, I did Westside Gun, I did Derringer, I did Keisha Plum. So it was just I wanted to do more than just like have separate interviews with each component of a group or whatever. I wanted to tell like a whole story. So, you know, the Mutant Academy guys were great. Like, and I just spent like 2 years just like interviewing all of them at separate points or whatever. And then just ended up gluing it together earlier this year, just trying to get it out in time for the anniversary of Chapel Drive.
Word. No, that's dope. That's a really. I had a chance to get into the first piece of it. I'm definitely gonna be spending that 804. Shout out to Rich. Definitely gonna be spending that 804 to get the rest. You know what I mean? I'd love to hear that retelling in full. It was dope. It really is. I really like those. I really like those pieces where you get it's a behind the music type of deal.
Right. Yeah, and I grew up on that type shit, so I it wasn't the thing that was on top of my mind when I was doing it, but which probably subconsciously, but like I used to always look forward to them shits back in the day.
Oh yeah.
So, but yeah, once we finish with all this, one of y'all give me an address, and I'll send all of you guys like a care package because I got some. We're gonna do some trading cards to commemorate that. So it's gonna be a trading card of each Mutant Academy member and shit like that. So,
all right, dope.
Yeah.
Hey, do I get a card?
Right.
Yeah.
I would have called.
That's dope.
I can't. It was for the on mic members and the beat.
I
Man.
understand.
My fault, man.
Nah, Cam got a couple skits. Cam got some
That's
skits.
true. That is true. I feel like your most infamous shit is the Panama Canal shit. I think that's the one that everybody loves.
Oh, Valentinos. That was from the
yeah.
Yeah. That was a very garbage sandwich.
Yeah.
That I got. Trash. That was all the way from the heart.
Word. That's dope, man. Well, so what other artistic endeavors or creative endeavors do you have on the horizon that you feel like sharing with us? Because I can tell you got a lot of ideas swirling around up there, man.
Yeah, I mean, really, that's all I do is just think about different shit to do within the medium, honestly. Besides hang out with my daughter and shit and just listen to mad rap music. Wow. But the most immediate thing is I mentioned it earlier. I've been working with my boy Bueller. He's from Harlem. But he used to be down with DD172, so Dame Dash, Currency, Stolly, Smoke Dizzy, and all those dudes. And then since then, like ever since that kind of like went to the wayside, like he's been starting and stopping, but he's kind of like hit like a nice little stride of project that he has in the tuck. So he invited me into the fold. So I'm just trying to help him build his thing from the ground up. So he just put out a project called Hey Big Head, which kind of encapsulates the kind of thing that we're going through right now. Just that late night text message or whatever from a person that you haven't heard from in mad long. And then just gets into like all of the regrets or the memories or the excitement of just like linking with that person again or not linking with that person again. So that's what we're working right now. So we have the main version out now, but we're working on an alternate version right now that'll be out next month. So that's one thing. Sunday nights I do a live radio show. It's called Tea at Night. So it's kind of like a spinoff of the Tea and Converse podcast. But essentially, I'm just digging into my archives just because I go to a lot of shows, interview a lot of artists, and just kind of trying to provide context to the artist as a whole. So you'll hear some interview components, but you'll also hear some audio footage from a concert or whatever, just to kind of get like a whole piece of what that artist represents or how they do their thing. Man.
That's dope.
Yeah, so that's every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, what's that on?
So I use this app called Mixler. So it's just a app to enable live streaming. So it's mixler.com/Casa Delari.
Okay. Oh, I see it right here in the tree in the what do you call it?
The link tree, right? Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So far we went through Uncle John was the first one. Theravada was the second one, and then this cat from Brooklyn named Akai Solo was the third guest.
Okay. Shouts out to Kai.
Yeah, Kai's dope.
Word.
And then each episode came with a trading card, obviously.
Nice. So, yeah, I fuck with them joints. I gotta get that Uncle John.
Yeah. Nah, I got y'all, man. I'm gonna set y'all up nice, man. I got some extras to send out to y'all. So whenever y'all can, one of y'all send me an address, and I'll just send a bunch of different stuff.
All right, that's a bad.
I try to send y'all some stuff that nobody else has. Actually, is what I'll do.
Oh my God, man! Appreciate you. That's what we.
Yeah.
That's what niggas like. Niggas like some stupid shit. You know what I mean? Say that.
Yeah, I can't have y'all out here rocking the same thing as everybody else. So I'll try to make it special for y'all.
Bless.
Yeah.
But shit, man. This is episode 10 of BC Jones podcast. We here with Tyron de Harlem. But we gonna switch gears. You know what I mean? We've been laughing a little bit, smiling a little bit. You know what I mean? Only to keep some of us from crying. You know what I mean? Rest in peace to George Floyd. Rest in peace to all the other fallen African American men and women at the hands of police in this country at any time. Yeah, it's been it's been a rough couple of days, you know what I mean? For I'm sure for everyone, because we've all been in the house having to actually like stew in this like never before, I would say, because we're all in the midst of a global pandemic. A lot of us are operating under a stay-at-home order in whatever particular state you may be living in. And you don't got nothing but time to just watch this. Just watch it unfold, watch the riots unfold, watch people's try to rationalize this in their own minds in real time. And one thing I'm seeing is that although we may have the same skin tones, we are not the same people at all. We all have different thoughts. You know what I mean? We got like a segment of some of us that are thinking, well, we got to be financially free in order for racism to subside. Nah.
Mm-hmm.
We got to be educated for racism to subside. Or no. We just need to fight fire with fire for anything to change. And I mean, I definitely be conflicted because there's other aspects as well as to how we achieve freedom in this country. I feel like all three of those aspects are very necessary, right? Whether or not they're necessary all at the same time, I don't know. Which one is more important than the other? I don't really know. It's a lot. It's a lot to have to process, unpack, and then form a plan of action that's going to change 400 years of socialization.
Nah, listen, it's a balance. You need it all at all times. It just depends on the circumstance. Yeah, sometimes you gotta punch a nigga right back in his mouth. Fuck it. And sometimes you gotta use your dollar correctly. Sometimes you gotta use your brains and your intellect correctly. It's all there. At all, it's ebbs and flows. You need it all. You need it all. You just can't. But I understand we may all have the same shade or whatever. But I'm not about to treat another black person as a monolith. That's just not how I get down. You're still black. You came out your mom's black ass pussy, so you're gonna be black to me, nigga. Always and forever.
All right. Bless up. Shout out to our moms, man.
Shout out to moms, but I'm not about to treat somebody like a monolith, bro. We need all of it. It's all necessary tools.
We do. You're right. You're right.
Even the black kid that's a wild skateboarder, he'd never been to the ghetto, this and third. Him too. He needed too. All of us need it. He no different than us.
All of us need what?
Huh?
All of us need what?
Those tools. We got to fight back when it's time to fight back. We got to use our money when it's time to use our money correctly.
Oh yeah.
When it's time to use our intellect correctly. All of that is needed.
We shouldn't be having this conversation about what we should be doing with each other anyway, because
we're
not the problem. We are not the issue here. So that should just be get that shit out of here to keep it stacked. Like, no. I think we're all just angry at this point because, like, you know, like you said, Beast, like we've been sitting here in quarantine, like we've been waiting to slowly get out the house, right? Just processing shits every day by day. And then we do get just a taste of outside, and then all this shit start happening again. Like, come on, really? I mean, and then in our own homes, in our neighborhoods, like, you're telling me I can't just go shopping without getting yanked up? Like, I can't wait for my homeboy at his apartment complex on the corner without you snatching me up, asking me what the fuck I'm doing here? Like, that's wild. It's wild. I'm minding my business, literally, like not bothering a single person, and then you come fuck up my life because you get satisfaction from that. Like, we can't. The thing is, as much as I'd like to say that there was some way to like fix it and where it could start, maybe within the legal system or something like that, I don't see that happening with. I mean, you'd have to have some crazy amount of power. But even with that, look who the fuck we have for a president right now. Like, we're not getting anywhere with that whole process. So it's making a lot of us angry. So I completely, I'm not saying that rioting is 1,000% right, but I 1,000% understand it. I understand exactly why it's happening.
But that's
you know
why
what I'm saying? Like,
that's why I said we need all of it.
Yeah, that's why I said you need all of it. You need everything.
Sometimes the Karen's getting out of line. All right, so spit in that bitch face. Fuck it. Fuck her. Fuck them cops. Sometimes you're gonna need some of that.
Damn.
Fuck it. The police don't give a fuck. Karens don't give a fuck.
What can you do, right?
Kyles don't care. None of them care. We gotta start moving. Like, not even the we. Like, yeah, just fuck them. Fuck you.
Right.
I'm doing it anyway. Fuck you.
Something as small as
you call a cop and the cop come over there and he try to fuck you too. Then.
Real angry.
I get it, man. I get it. Yo, we all mad. We all mad. And it's just, I'm really trying not to like.
And confused too. Like for me, it's just confusion. Like I'm probably a little bit or a lot older than all three of you guys, but like, you know, the names that come to mind for me is like, you know, the Central Park Five. Obviously, that was a hotbed topic. Well, even now, still, since they did the the series on Netflix. But that was crazy when I was growing up. Sean Bell was crazy when I was growing up. Admiral Louima was crazy when I was growing up. So
all of them.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's just like
all of them.
It's just like, you know, people preach progress and how we're in a better place or whatever. And I just don't see it because this shit is even happening more so now than it was then, even with the technology and the surveillance states. You know what I mean? Like they're just brazen and they just don't care about Black lives.
Sorry, go finish.
No, I'm finished. Go ahead.
I think it's happening at the same rate. The fact is that we have
we're able to document it.
See it now.
Right. Yeah.
We can see it. And then social media don't take days off. The shit is all day long.
Right.
I could travel to any fucking state or country right on my couch.
And it's on replay.
Yeah.
It's on replay.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. It's just like, yo, like I get a text like, yo, like look at this, and most of the time I don't even want to open that shit. Like on one hand, you want to be informed, but on the other hand, that shit is just like, how many more times you want to see a person, an armed person or a handcuffed person, like a person that's already restrained, like their lives taken from them. Like
you're exactly right. You do want to remain informed, but it's like it's almost at the point of exhaustion,
right?
Because it's like, yo, like when am I gonna see something different? When will the tide shift? What can I do to shift the tide? You know what I mean? You start asking all these questions, and then you start looking at the higher ups, and then it's like, damn, that shit do get kind of discouraging because it's like,
it make you feel small.
How do I even get up there?
Yeah, it makes you feel small.
It's tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
And then they treat us like we're supposed to seek solace in the silver lining of like they got fired or some shit like that. Like
right. Like that means nothing, because all you gonna do, you gonna plug and play a white supremacist into them positions anyway. You got 4 more waiting.
Right.
What you talking about? Like that even matters.
Yeah. Come and it's wild because you can't even like, you know, we had the era of, you know, hands up, don't shoot, right? You can't even like teach your family or your younger siblings or whomever, you know what I'm saying, to even do that and have it have some sort of effect, because at the end of the day, these people are scared of us, which is why they're acting the way that they're acting. And it's so unfortunate that you can have your hands up and still get shot and still lose your life because someone doesn't like the color of your skin. That's ridiculous.
Well, I mean, I don't see but as it's like it's way deeper than them just not liking the color of our skin.
Oh well, yeah, definitely. That's the surface. I mean, we could sit here for hours and talk about what it really is.
It's a deep fear. It's a deep fear of going extinct across the globe.
What, white people?
Yes.
So what?
But hey, I'm just saying.
So what? That's how it goes. You don't get to stop. You don't get to stop the inevitable.
So I mean, are y'all cool with people just rioting around their city, knowing that we're in a pandemic,
50%,
and that you might need some toilet paper from this Target?
They was rioting toilet paper. 50% of me is okay with that. Another 50 is like, all right, come on.
I understand it, but it's like, come on, man.
Don't take from those small business.
Sure. That right there, I can say, yeah. Everything else I'm cool with, because they got insurance on all these businesses, these CEOs and
exactly
and presidents and what
they still.
I'm not for like hurting other people in the middle of you looting and shit and right. Like I'm not for that either. Like
right, but here's the other thing. At the same time, I don't think we're really thinking about the essential workers that got to be there, that got to get their check so that they can feed themselves because their stimulus then ran out already.
Yeah,
I mean, there's that. I ain't think about that point.
I mean, none of us are, because we're being emotional about this right now. Everyone's emotional.
Yeah, right. Chaos begets chaos. I mean,
that's all, man.
Yeah, like I'm not.
Shit is sad, but
I will say
Target is still publicly traded, so
facts.
Do your thing.
I will say this. Somebody that I do know that hates very unemotionally is my co-host Cam. Cam hates everything. You know what you got on deck this week, man? Because I think you were talking about taking a sabbatical from.
Yeah. I'm taking a sabbatical from Twitter, Instagram. It's a little bit nice on Instagram. I like everybody that I follow on Instagram. I even like your stories. I'm genuinely having a good fucking time on Instagram.
Okay,
but Twitter, bro. Every single day. Look at these titties, Dr. Umar. Look at these titties. Kobe Bryant did this. Michael Jordan is better than LeBron. Look at these titties.
Yes.
Fucking murder, death, this, that, and the third. The worst takes, some fucking animation. It's the worst, bro.
And more Dr. Umar.
Yeah, every day, bro. Every day. I have to watch this every day.
I mean, I agree with you.
I have a new segment right now in my head right now. Conspiracy Negro. I think that it's programming, bro. Like, bro, I'm trying to figure out a way. I love Black Twitter, but I'm like, yo, I wonder, can I get out of Black Twitter and then go into another Twitter? Just like, can I just
go to another Twitter? Yes.
Yo,
your timeline. It's who you follow.
I was gonna say, Cam, how much of it is you know, how you curate your following or who you follow or whatever.
If you was to look at my likes, it's a bunch of funny shit, maybe clothes, some real shit sprinkled in here and there.
Yeah.
That's your life. That's it. Talk about your following. Who's following you and who are you following?
I don't know, bro. 417, 18 people. I don't know. But you know, like, I don't need to see your likes. I don't care if you like it. I like what I like.
Yeah, but there's not a way to disable that feature. Like I
don't know.
All kinds of other
shit. Tell you what your followers like every now and then to pop up on your timeline.
I don't know. Instagram don't do that. I don't even go to the Explorer page on Instagram. I look at everybody's story. I go, yo, and if it's funny, I comment, yo, blah, and they comment back, and it's like, yo, word, I'm communicating with people I like, my friends. Twitter is the Wild West.
You wanna make your way out of Black Twitter, Cam? I got one thing for you.
What?
Don't vote for Joe Biden. You'll be all right.
I'm not voting for Joe Biden. I'm putting in Bernie Sanders regardless. Because they didn't tell me I can't do that. I think everybody should do that. Just if he wins, he wins.
That shit was crazy.
You don't have to.
It's not gonna happen. But I applaud what you're doing.
Stranger things.
Nah, I hear you. I was actually gonna abstain from voting, but I think I might do that instead.
Yeah, or it don't have to be Bernie. It could be like. We could start something. This like 4 months before November. We can all figure out somebody.
Nah, put Sean Carter. 6 months actually.
But everybody could put Sean Carter.
Nah.
Jay-Z. Everybody do Jay-Z.
Oh my God.
It could happen.
I feel you. I feel you.
You don't like these two jerk-offs? Put the guy that you actually like.
Damn, they're gonna cancel you.
I don't care.
Nah.
I don't have a TV show. I don't care, dog. Can't stop me from making money. I'm sorry.
You don't got a number one record in the country.
Yeah, word. And if you try to tell me, I'm tired of all of the apologies. Oh, you did this. You should be like, word, my dick, nigga, because you're not my life.
Word, wow.
It's just garbage.
Is that
garbage?
Is that what Doja Cat should have told us?
Maybe. I don't care what she told us. I'm not a fan of her.
Word.
I don't care. I never cared. I said this months ago. I said, "Oh, she's a meme rapper."
Yeah,
and then that's why I left it.
But Cam, hold on.
Okay.
What you mean, bro? That's what she was doing.
Yeah, well, that's her kink.
Don't kink shame. All right, we got it. Don't kink shame. We got it.
That's not my life. I'm not doing that.
I mean, but I don't know, man. Yeah, I think that whole cancel culture shit is a fucking joke, man. Because it's like if you're of any kind of notoriety, this is gonna happen to you at some point. You know what I mean? Somebody's gonna discover something that you did that goes against their ethics or their morals.
Mm-hmm.
And they're gonna expose you, and then you're gonna get canceled. Then you're gonna apologize, right? Then you're gonna get uncanceled, and then they're gonna restand.
Yeah, that's the machine.
It doesn't happen that way.
It doesn't?
No, it absolutely. It's the machine. There's a brilliant thing.
Her apology doesn't mean shit. She apologized. I don't think she's gonna get uncanceled for that though.
Yeah, she
really.
Yeah.
It's the machine. The machine did what the machine does.
Doja Cat she just got the number one record in the country. She ain't going nowhere no time soon.
She got number one before the exposure.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That happened before she was exposed.
But I mean, let's be honest though. Let's be honest. Are the people that are canceling her the majority of her fan base? Or are they a big enough segment of her fan base in order to effectively cancel her?
That remains to be seen until her next project.
Right. I don't.
Okay.
I never listened to her in the fucking.
No, I mean that's my point.
So,
all right, so that's a unified thing, right? Yeah. Tyron, you listen to her? You listen to her?
Shit, man, I don't want to throw my daughter under the bus and shit, but like, you know, she be listening to Doja. And you know, we had a conversation about the situation. But yeah, you know, my daughter goes to a predominantly white school.
Okay.
And she already has issues, you know, with race and just like not being adequately representation in that particular space or whatever. So it's definitely bothering her. And I think at this point in time, she's not fucking with Doja Cat. But pre this though, Doja Cat has some shit. Like as far as like good pop records, not like I'm about to put that shit on, but like anytime my daughter was listening to her playlist or whatever, and some Doja Cat records came on, 8 times out of 10, they were quality pop records.
Okay.
Nah, that's true.
That's all I'm saying.
That's true.
That's understand. I don't know how old your daughter is, and I don't want to speak out loud, but I can understand a kid being it before adults here.
That's like
I don't care. I never cared.
But like to uncancel her, like I think her fan base is our kids. My daughter's age. My daughter's 16, so I don't know if they're thinking like cancel or uncancel. Right. Like they like a thing, and then they like it until they don't like it anymore. I don't think anyone's gonna get them politically to not like that thing. But I mean, a lot of this shit doesn't even have that long of a shelf life anyway. So her shit could be on the down anyway.
Right. True.
But yeah, I think a lot of her fan base though, like I don't think it's the people who are upset.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, I just really feel like, I mean, not in every scenario, right? Not in every scenario. But I feel like when you start getting into these, this person's canceled, that person's canceled, blah, 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 et cetera, They will redeem themselves. These niggas tried to cancel Kanye West. Remember that?
Yeah, but you can't cancel the Yeezys, right?
No, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like they,
no, absolutely. Like
it depends on the fan base, like we just said. Kanye got people from, I mean, a lot of black people may have canceled him, right? But then he still got hella whites who want to be black on his side, right? No matter whatever he was wearing, none of that didn't matter, right? And then slowly, some people started uncanceling him. Some people still have him canceled, depending on who you are. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that's like the example that I can give you for that, because he's on a totally different level. But like he was saying, like all of us who are like, oh, cancel culture, which are people, you know, like our age and shit, it's just like, yeah, we're canceling them. But at the same time, none of us really fuck with her like that anyway.
Sorry,
and her actual fan is younger. No, and you know, I won't cancel her. They're not too intrigued. Don't get into the in-depth part of it. They're just there for the music. they're not there for the politics of it.
And I feel like in regards to Kanye West though, like he diversified his bonds. Like, you know what I mean? Like he has one of the more popular sneakers in the world. And then also he hit the Jesus emergency exit button. Like once you go that route, like, you know what I mean? Like people once you say Jesus, man, people they're a little more willing to hear you out.
Yeah, you bowling with the guards up at that point.
Right, you know what I mean? So he had a couple different plays at his disposal than like Doja Cat. So you know what I mean? He had the sneakers and he played the religion card. So
my bad for the terrible example. That's my fault. I kind of shot myself in the foot on that one. But then you go back to, because even like a couple of days prior, before everything that happened with George Floyd in Minnesota, you got Lana Del Rey pretty much asking, "Hey, are you guys gonna let me talk about stripping and having sex with multiple men and being abused," or whatever she was talking about, so she could promote her fucking album? Yeah, you gotta go, fam. You gotta go, fam. And I didn't know. And my thing is, here's the thing: I didn't know that anybody was really critiquing her like that, because I ain't listened to her music.
You probably not her demographic, but
I'm not a Lana Del Rey stan though. You're right.
Yeah, but is that a cancelable offense though? To say,
who fucking knows?
All right,
who knows at this point
that he wants to or get back to making provocative music, or the fact that she name dropped black female artists?
That's what did it to her. Yeah.
Okay,
but she didn't even have to say the first thing to validate the second thing.
Right.
Yeah, thank you.
That's what everyone's point is, and that's why they were like, you know, calling her racist or whatever. I don't think she's racist. I just think she's an idiot who clearly just doesn't know. Her PR person was not there for that fucking tweet or whatever, wherever that was. I think it was on Instagram. But regardless, like, it was just a dumbass statement to get her point across, which may have been very valid. She wanted to get back to doing whatever without being critiqued. Say that. But don't go naming people who have nothing to do. They're not even in the same, all of them, not even in the same genre as you, as music-wise. Yeah. And they're probably known for the Cardi B. Yeah, she can sing about stripping because that's where she came from. That was her lifestyle. You can't fucking sing about that because it's not your lifestyle. You're not from that. You don't know what it means to get on a pole and shake your ass for money. You have no idea what that's like. So get back to doing whatever music you want to, but don't name drop other people. And it's just like, you know, you're dumb. I don't think, you know, necessarily cancel for it or whatever. But like I said, I didn't listen to her anyway. But it was just a dumb thing to say as an artist.
I have a thought.
Let's hear it.
Are PR managers, like, do they have like the most stressful job?
Like in the world today? You don't remember Entourage?
Like by a landslide though, right?
Bro, you remember
I would say so.
You remember in Entourage, what was Vinny Chase's publicist, the white lady?
Oh, yeah.
She was called E, cursing him out every episode. Yeah, she had the most stressful job, and she was pregnant doing that shit.
Because Lana Del Rey, she could have avoid all of that by just putting out the album, and then when somebody questions her about it, like at a taping interview, then she could have expressed that, and then that would have just came off way better.
Yeah.
Fair.
Social media is crazy, bro. It's crazy.
That's not the best. It's this constant need to feel like you have to say something, even if there's nothing to say. Like,
but you don't speak to your friends, bro.
Yeah. Or you don't. I mean, I know there are a lot of people who are like, yo, I'm fasting from social media. Like, bro, you don't have to log on. Like, I don't think it needs to be a fast. Like, you don't have to respond to everything that everybody says. You don't have to have an opinion on everything that's said. I just think
people these days.
It's crazy.
Like a timeline.
It's crazy though, because for me, most times I don't. I be ready to rip people apart all day. And so just being in my house, and I'm like, yo, I gotta get off this.
That's not really a good platform for you, Cam. Because
why not?
No, here's why. Let me explain why. Because when you hear an opinion, or you see an opinion that you think is some bullshit, you really be ready to like tear somebody. Like, you lack the ability to hear some bullshit and be like, for real? All right.
Yeah, nah.
You know what I mean? Or laugh at it. Like
I can't handle.
You know what I mean? Like
I cannot handle stupid well.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, and this shit is what I'm about to say is a little petty, but I already know that I'm not built for like social media in that way. But I unfollowed somebody because he said that Land of SmackDown is a better Project Pat album than Getty Green, and he's a respected like journalist. So I can't have that on my mind. I don't know.
Oh my god!
I don't know, but like
I stopped following the journalist because he said something, and I was like, "Oh, so because you have a check by your name, you can say whatever now, right?"
Right, yeah.
Probably
just saying, man.
Dark Adams.
Yeah. Like
that's why I had to stop.
He be having a lot of bullshit takes on the timeline about music.
Yeah, I be having to bow out, man, because some cats just be saying any old thing.
I feel that. But what about so speaking of cancel, you said what's a cancelable offense?
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Fallon impersonating Chris Rock on SNL, is that cancelable?
He did what?
Because he was impersonating Chris Rock on SNL maybe in like 2001, and he was in
oh my god.
He was in brown face.
Okay.
It wasn't necessarily black face, but it was black-esque. Just think about that.
You want to go, Cam?
Get him out of here.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. Robert Downey Jr. did it, and it did not bother me in the slightest.
Yo, that's exactly what I said. I was like, yo, we love Robert for that shit. We're not getting him
that movie is fantastic. I can never. You know what I think just happened? Somebody was on YouTube, and then they saw it, and they just discovered who Jimmy Fallon was, and it was like, oh my god, you can't do this. Now we're here.
Okay, fair.
It had to be.
Fair.
I
didn't even know that he did that. And they probably, and hold on, he probably had something said to him then.
Sure.
It happened in 01. I'm sure of it.
I'm sure. But then it's like, because it's like, come on, guys, like we gotta understand like that comedy is a little bit more nuanced than what blackface was.
Was the sketch funny?
Yeah, it was funny. It was funny as well.
You guys watched it?
I watched it. It was funny.
Was it funny?
It wasn't like, oh my god, this is a knee slapper. Let me start watching Saturday Night Live again. Funny. It was funny for Saturday Night Live, bro. Come on. It was a decent impression of Chris Rock. I'll say that. It was a decent Chris Rock
impression. Period. Like it had to get approved by somebody. It was 01, and Chris Rock probably even fucking knew about it and didn't say anything. Like it's just like I said, it's just a different culture. Comedy wise, and
because it's like, yo, like that wasn't an exhibition of blackface because they don't allow black actors on Saturday Night Live.
Oh, that's a point.
Okay. So Jimmy Fallon had to come on in blackface and play Chris Rock. Like, come on, that's not what happened. That's not what happened. Yeah, I get it.
That's an angle right there. That was a crazy
him
angle.
Even apologizing because at the end of the day, I really don't think he fucking had to, but he did. He apologized. And was like, yo, I know y'all see this.
Well, yeah, because Yeah, because those that understand blackface, that is hurt. It's some hurtful shit to have to see, no matter what, no matter the context. I get it, but it's like, come on, man, we gotta understand. Like, come on, man, it's a joke. Like Queen's Flip says, it's a joke. It's a joke.
Everybody don't like jokes, I suppose.
I feel you.
If it's not funny though, yeah, get them out of here.
You know what? All right.
If it wasn't funny, get them out of here.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what was funny? We get into like some messy news real quick, just to get some laughs off. Azealia Banks back on the scene, man.
Wants to be relevant.
Stay relevant. Trying to stay relevant. You know what I mean? For everything but her music, which is decent when she puts it out. I mean, but here she goes. She's claiming that she doesn't want to expose Dave Chappelle, and then she did, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, is this like what's this girl's deal, man? What's wrong with her, man? Why
she wants to be relevant?
I stopped paying attention a very long time ago.
Why she do that?
Attention. Attention is a crazy drug, bro.
You think that she really like had these relations with David?
No, and if she did, so what?
He a married man.
And maybe him and his wife had an agreement. That's not my.
So when did she say that happened? I didn't even pay attention enough to. I don't listen to anything she says. I mean, I feel like it's boring.
She claims that he broke his marital vows with her.
I highly doubt he risked.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm done.
Come on, Azealia Banks. Somebody said, you mean to tell me Dave Chappelle turned down $30 million but couldn't turn down Azealia Banks?
Exactly.
And that's when I knew everything I needed to know. It's like, come on.
Someone, I wish I could remember that actor's name, but someone was like, Azealia said, I had sex with Dave Chappelle, and then they said Dave Chappelle, and it was not a picture of him. It was a picture of a different actor.
Bokeem Woodbine, yeah.
I was like, I could understand some shit like that happening.
Bokeem caught the wild stray, yo. Like, that shit crazy. They drug him into that for no reason, man. That shit's sick. That shit is sick. Yo, Def Jam Africa, man. What we think?
Oh, that's what I walked in on y'all talking about prior.
Yeah.
I mean, I hadn't heard about this prior until I heard you guys talking about it, but I'm just thinking about like Def Jam South and what that meant or didn't mean. Because really it was just Ludacris. I mean, and Ludacris sold a lot of records, but they didn't really tap into much else. Like Scarface was overseeing the operation or whatever, but they didn't put anything else out besides Ludacris records.
So it's like Cash Money West only putting out
right. Exactly. You find one flagship artist and then you don't really follow up.
Yeah, but I don't exactly think it's a different initiative in its entirety.
Okay, so it's not like a straight record label type situation.
Yeah, it's a different initiative, which is great. The only problem that I have is there's no actual CEO in place. The guy that they have now is only the interim CEO. I mean, don't launch an initiative with an interim. Like, you shouldn't try to go after a championship with an interim coach. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, absolutely. But what are they trying to do? Like, what's the press release say? Like, what's supposed to be the initiative?
Right. I gotta pull this up again because it's a lot of information. So talk amongst yourselves.
Not so like the one thing that I know off top that this is a hip hop initiative in Africa that they're trying to put in place. This, from what I saw and what I read, I don't think this has anything to do with Def Jam trying to capitalize on the new
world music moment.
Yeah. I don't think that's that. So because at first glance, that's what I thought it was. I was like, oh, so Def Jam's trying to get on the Afro beats wave. A little late, but I get it. You know,
what would be wrong with that?
I didn't say there was anything wrong with it. I said it's a little late. I said it's a little late to be doing.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, I think they may be 2 years too late, if you ask me.
Yeah, the labels are usually the latest person to the party.
Of course, sure. Yeah. No, I feel that.
Absolutely.
They had to make sure the metrics was right. I understand, but this is they're actually like looking to showcase and highlight hip hop from around Africa.
Yeah, so people from like Johannesburg and what was the other fucking location?
They said all across the continent.
Lagos and South Africa and Nigeria, which this is great. Yeah, bring them to the forefront.
This is dope. Nah, this is dope. Yeah.
I just don't think that it's a great initiative. I just don't think that they should do it with an interim CEO or chairman. Right. That just doesn't make any sense to me.
Right. It already makes the effort seem like it's half-assed. Like if you don't have anybody with any solid ideas who's running the ship, like
or the guy that you have in place now, just make him
permanent, right?
Yeah, make him permanent, so he can at least see it all the way through.
He has no incentive to put any of his heart and soul into this because he don't know if he even gonna be there in 3 months.
Exactly.
That's fair. No, I feel you.
It's like, great idea, but I'm not gonna be here to do that. Maybe it was just for, I don't know. Maybe it was just peacocking for Billboard. So it's like, oh, make it Def Jam look good. Because its appeal, Def Jam's appeal is not the best right now. Like whatsoever.
It definitely doesn't mean what it used to mean.
Exactly.
Oh man, at all. That was
kind of sad.
It's like when you thought of hip hop or rap, Def Jam.
Yeah. It was the first record I ever had in my life.
Like,
I mean, and earlier when you guys asked me what like I do, I mean, that was part of the reason. Like I saw this need or this void that wasn't being filled because the pillars that we grew up with stopped meaning what they meant. Like the Source doesn't mean what it used to mean. XXL doesn't mean what it used to mean. Vibe, like any.
You can blame that on the list, on the freshman list. But go ahead.
But yeah, I saw that people weren't like, things didn't matter as much, and the quality of the content wasn't there, or the variation of the stories wasn't there. So I was like, fuck, man, I'm not seeing people that I like who maybe not have a high follow account or whatever the case, or they popping on social media, but like the content is high quality. Like I want to talk to those people like at any and all costs. Like I don't need you to have 1 million followers in order for me to want to have a conversation with you. Like I want to tell you a story and highlight your music or your contributions. But publications stopped doing that. It all started being clickbait.
Yeah.
Yeah. Essentially.
It's bad, bro. That's the headline.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I often think about like what artists, like how do they aspire to have their work like reviewed or highlighted or represented in the media? And I to me, it's just slim pickings. Like there aren't many publications that I would be like, oh, word, they gave me a shout out or they wrote about my project. Like it's just not there.
You know who I really like?
Pitchfork for a while, and then I think they lost it somewhere.
I like those Not Your Man's guys.
Shouts out to Not Your Man's.
I like what they
even though I argue with them a lot in their comments. But I respect their opinion.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I gotta respect it. Like what they do is dope as shit. I love that shit. Honestly,
I'm not hip, but I'm gonna Google it once I get off with you guys.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I think it's an accurate representation of like music taste and what's in, what's not in. Their grading system is fantastic.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? You guys shafted Jim Jones, and I ain't appreciate that. That was album of the year. I didn't appreciate that you guys gave it a Not Your Man's.
But Cam, you just said that Jim Jones had an album of the year.
For me, last year.
Oh, okay.
He had the best album I heard last year. Period.
Man.
Igor was number 2, and then somebody else came in 3rd. It was another big joint.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm such a Griselda fan, man. I feel like the Plugs we met or the Plugs I Met was the best album of last year. That's just my opinion.
Well, all right, fair enough.
But that's
I don't want to argue that.
But that's just because of the kind of hip hop that I'm a fan of. Like I like that shit.
I like that hip hop too.
I definitely love that hip hop too.
Like I like that shit.
Yeah, I don't be remembering years, man. I just be like listening to mad shit. So I can't de facto say the album that I thought was the best one of all of last year.
What would you say is the best project you've heard during this quarantine that's come out?
Shit, let me go to my phone.
We definitely still got people putting out a lot of music.
Yeah.
Why you look it up? Ash, you gonna go to the Kirk Franklin verses?
Wait, what?
Kirk Franklin is having a versus
against who?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Franklin and I forget the other artist right
It's
now,
like
but
Fred Hammond or something like that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a gospel versus.
Yeah, I know. Last week's versus was a good versus.
You got to put on your Sunday best for that versus.
Nah, I'm gonna just keep replaying.
Put on your Easter shoes or something.
I'm gonna just keep replaying Buju verse. Not Buju.
The Bounty Killer versus Beanie Man.
Yeah, I saved that. I saved it.
Yeah, that was monumental.
Just a great. Like I had a good time.
That was a fun time. The sounding, unfortunately, on 112 versus Jagged Edge was.
How was that?
Yeah, I know you tuned in for that one, Ash. Let's hear it.
I did, and my heart hurts because the sound. Jagged Edge sound was just a little bit too low. Even though, like, a lot of people wanted them to win because they had a little bit more bangers apparently than 112.
And get with your
I love
friends. I'm sorry. I like that song.
Oh my Lord.
I was on the train one time with my cousins. We left the Knicks game, or was it a Knicks game? I don't remember. But we started doing the Peaches and Cream instrumental, and some homies got on the train, and he started singing, and we matched the speed pitch with him. He made a lot of money that night. We made a great soundtrack. Yeah, that actually happened.
Nice.
That was fantastic.
Yo, that's the kind of TikTok content that we need. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to keep seeing 16-year-old white kids asking why they can't wear their Trump shirt to school. Like, give me a fucking break, man.
What kind of TikTok you looking at?
Yo, hey man, I be watching Australian 60 Minutes, man. Like I be going all over. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you.
Before you find your album, I gotta ask this question.
Yeah.
Well, mainly it's for Beastly. I'm sorry. Did you watch those YouTube videos I sent you?
And we can wrap it up. No, I did not.
You need to. You was like, what is an incel? And I gave you like 2 videos that give you the perfect example.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's how they get that.
I'm gonna check those out because that's a whole nother like subculture that frightens me and confuses me.
They're usually pussy, but all right.
Okay.
They'll find something to expose you. I probably shouldn't have said that because they're very dangerous. But like they're not dangerous in a physical manner. Because
it's kind of ironic, like when you now you're bringing that up because you tie back to Doja Cat, right?
Yeah.
Apparently, this is payback for her not showing her breast after getting that #1 record, like she said she would.
She played with the internet, and the internet played right back. They went, "All right, we'll show you."
Yeah, there was some kind of message, a screenshot of something saying, "Yeah, you're gonna pay for this," and then she was on the racial chat showing feet.
They
just bring it all to light. Did Tyron, you found your album?
I got 2, man. The first one is Kia, Forever Your Girl.
Yo, fire.
Yeah,
I played Fire like 35 times.
Yeah. That's that album go hard, man. There's a lot of textures, a lot of layers. And just the ill shit, you know, she wrote, produced the whole shit. So I mean, she got a couple like assists from like Best Friend and Mike, but overall it's her and her vision and shit. So I fuck with Kia heavy. She to me she's one of my favorite artists. Okay. I would say it is like Makami, and then Kia is probably like next in terms of just like artistry and shit.
Okay.
Yeah, and you know, Henny Low and Obliv just put out that Sages. Like I've been listening to that a lot. I think it's too early to call it like a favorite of the year or whatever, but that's probably the thing that I've been listening to the most over the last week or so since it's been out.
Yeah, I gotta catch up. I heard a lot of good things about that project, man. Shout out to the Homie Honey, man. I got to get hip to Kia though. I don't think I've heard that yet.
It's
Kia's super dope.
Where's she from?
She's from Chicago, but
I was gonna say,
she live out here now in New York.
Okay. All right, where? Let me check that out.
You will fuck with that. You could burn some sage.
All right.
Check that out. Check that out.
Roll a nice white paper,
Know me well.
Fire.
Yo, Ken, I gotta say this before we go, man. Like, I appreciate what you do, man. Like, my biggest pet peeve when it comes to upstart brands in terms of like, just getting their mission started is the idea that you're just gonna put a graphic on top of a gilding and not pay attention to like the small details like that, and then want to charge me $40 for it.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
You know what I mean? You put your own tags in the shit. Like that's a little detail that I appreciate and that I respect.
It ain't easy, man. But
absolutely. But I heard you say, and that's worth it easy. So
that is absolutely true. If you want to do it, it ain't gonna be easy. If it's worth any amount, it ain't gonna be easy. You gotta keep doing it every day. We'll try to strive towards it.
Go to meanstm.com, man. Go pre-order that Big Body Best shirt.
Big Body Best tees are coming in, people. So if you ordered, they will be being sent out. I just want to do that because I love Big Body Best.
Good.
Shouts out to Jefferson. All over there. He's still doing this thing. I know you're in Brooklyn. Hopefully you could come outside soon. But I appreciate that. I appreciate your work.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, I wanted to cop that blue joint, but the original picture that y'all showed, it was more of like a greenish blue, and it had like the silver M on it.
Oh, the anniversary tee.
Yeah, that shit.
You still have those, I think.
It was a different color blue when y'all posted it. It was like a bluish green, but when I saw it in real life, it was like a different shade.
Yeah, it's like a teal.
So I was like, yeah. So.
Yeah, send him in a shirt, man.
He sent him in a shirt. I have to send out a package tomorrow, so I will definitely send him something tomorrow.
But I'm definitely coming for them trunks though. This is the season, man. I don't go to the beach and I don't wear shorts, but I'm about to change that.
Listen, they're very good. I have them on right now. They're very good, very airy. Don't get too hot in them.
Yeah, I like them joints. That red, black, and blue colorway is official for real.
I appreciate it. It.
All right.
The hat's fire, but my head is very hot right now.
It's been a good one, guys. You know what I mean? I think we can wrap it up on that note. You know what I'm saying? Tyron, yo, thanks again. For real. Thank you for taking it.
Thank y'all for having me, man. Like I was telling Kiana that you guys were on my radar when I was putting together the rollout for Camps, Cliques, Unit Squads, Crews, and Clans, the Mutant Academy shit. I wanted to do like a little Richmond, DC kind of talking tour or whatever. Okay. But then the pandemic hit and that kind of made me shift gears and shit. But I'm glad this came organically.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm glad we got to make this happen for sure.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, tell the viewers, the listeners, where they can find you at.
All social media is at Tyron de Harlem. I'm only on Instagram and Twitter. That's it, man. And if you want to hear any of the episodes of the Tea and Converse podcast, just Google search Tea and Converse. You know what I mean? I know Big Stowe wouldn't really like that because I don't have a website right now, but you know what I mean?
I know he don't like this either, man. We don't got no
website. But I mean that's the big idea. Website coming soon.
Dope. All right, word. And as always, if you're watching this, you know what to go do. Follow us on Spotify, Apple Music, Black Planet, Twitter, tiny chat. We have a non-racial tiny chat. Beasley's Lounge. That's BEASTLY 'S. BEASTLY''S. And then you spell lounge the way that everyone else spells it. And I'll say this again. If you see me, just give me 6 feet. That's it. And with that being said, it's episode 10. Peace. Fools gotta